As the Scandi noir crime drama comes to an end, TV editor Alison Graham reflects on the bittersweet final moments. Friday the 29th of June 2018 at 10:30 a.m. Parting is such sweet sorrow, says Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. You're right, Juliet, love, but I'm not sure sweet sorrow covers that depth of feeling when one of your favorite television shows ends forever. I mean, for instance, did Juliet have a mini meltdown at the end of Mad Men? Did she cling to people or at bus stops bewailing the fact she'd never see Don Draper again, after that last shot of him smiling and cross-legged in an ashram, when he'd dreamt up the "I'd like to teach the world to sing Coca-Cola" campaign? There was nothing sweetly sorrowful about that, I can tell you. I had a difficult few months. I'm fine now, though I still cling to people at bus stops. Endings, they can be fraught, they can be awful, they can be unhappy, they can be completely irritating, or they can be perfect, shiny things, buffed and faceted and beautiful forever. I feel like that about The Bridge, the Swedish-Danish crime drama that ends for good on Friday the 29th of June on BBC Two. No writer has a duty to come up with a happy ending for a beloved character, in this case emotionally shuttered Detective Saga nor in Sofia Healin. But he has a duty to leave us satisfied, nodding our heads, even through our tears, as we murmur, "Ah, yes, that's a good one. Just right." Unlike the finale to The Bridge's Danish cousin, The Killing, which was simply weird and bad, The Bridge's ending is not perfect because it does what the best endings should always do, leave us thinking that, although a character has left our screens, in this case Saga, she has gone on to live a life beyond the story. She exists somewhere out there, even though we can't see her or know what has happened to her. See Filmlands International AB, Nimbus Film, photographer, Jens Juncker. There's always been something bleakly magical about Saga, who connected with so many viewers, though she herself found relationships almost impossible until, it seemed, she'd finally fallen for her troubled and despairing colleague Henrik. She didn't do small talk, and when she tried it was misjudged and excruciating. Remember when she attempted to engage female colleagues in chit-chat about their periods like a missile? Saga couldn't deviate. She was propelled to hit a target while missing emotional nuances, verbal and visual clues, and she had a tin ear when it came to empathy and the consequences of her ruthless honesty. There was a great scene in the final series where she made an explosive remark about a suspect's baby. Healin was magnificent as Saga and remains so to the final moments of the episode, when she says goodbye to us, and we say goodbye to her. I was lucky enough to interview Healin at a Nordic television festival in London a few years ago, and it was like being on stage with Led Zeppelin. Or so I assume. I've never been on stage with Led Zeppelin. But as we walked in, the audience was on its feet, yelling, clapping, cheering and parting for Healin, who I think was even more taken aback than I was. Without wishing to sound too Danielle Steele, there was a real love for Saga Healin. Not a kind of fluffy, protective love, but a demonstrable devotion to someone who, despite her emotional solecisms, always unerringly did what she thought was right. So yes, I am very sad to see her go, but in this case the sorrow is indeed sweet. Goodbye, Saga, and tack for the memories. The final episode of The Bridge is on Friday the 29th of June at 9 p.m. on BBC Two. Sign for the free RadioTimes.com newsletter here.